Hello, fellow ECD 505 students and instructors. My name is Crystal Weedy. I live in Long Beach, California, where I was also born and raised. I live with my husband and our two little fur children. We're not parents quite yet. And we manage a little apartment building in Belmont Heights. I also work at an elementary school for the Long Beach Unified School District. I work part-time at a before and after school program. I primarily work with the kindergartners at that program, and I absolutely adore them. They are so fun and precocious and challenging, and challenge is something that I find incredibly valuable in my work and in my studies. And then in the afternoons, I actually run an after-school program for a local business. The business is a dance studio, and I am the after-school child care coordinator. So I run it by myself with a little bit of help. I get some outside help with outside pickups outside of the school that I work at. The school where I work, I do the primary pickups, and I bring the children to the dance studio and facilitate getting them into their classes, giving them a snack, homework help, and then there are some arts and craft activities, games, etc. that I do with them. I solely run the after-school program for the owner of the dance studio, meaning that I am in charge of the contracting, of hours, collecting payment, scheduling the pickups, facilitating the activities, managing the children's time, making sure they get into their classes on time, etc. And it's been a really cool experience, seeing as though I've worked in before and after school care for a long time, but I haven't, for the school district, I haven't ran the program. I really wanted to become more hands-on and learning the administrative side of running an after-school facility, as directing a preschool or something like that might be one of my future career goals. So I do all that for work. I have 3 jobs total. It keeps me very busy. And then I got my undergrad from Cal State Fullerton in human communications was my major, and then I emphasized in argumentation and persuasion, and I have a minor in criminal justice. I graduated in 2008 from Fullerton, originally thinking that I would go to law school afterwards. I actually did a year of intercollegiate debate, and then after I graduated, I decided that I wanted to take a little bit of time to work, as a lot of people do after spending, the last several years being in school. I decided I wanted to work and just kind of take some time to become a self-supporting adult. And in doing so, I continued to work for the school district, and I have for 10 years now. And I've done a lot of other things alongside working at the school district. I've managed restaurants. I've worked in restaurants in several different capacities. Like I said, I manage the apartment building that I live in. But I've always remained at the school, and I think it's always been there for a reason. I just hadn't quite tapped into it yet, that is where my passion lies, is working with children. And so I decided to embark on this journey of trying to go back to school. It's something I've always wanted to do. Since I was in my undergrad, I knew that I wanted to continue my higher education and get a master's degree. I just really wasn't sure what I wanted to get it in at that point. And then, like I said, after working with children for so many years, I decided that this was the path for me. And so I did all the footwork to get into the program, and here I am. I'm getting my master's in curriculum and instruction for early childhood education, just the master's only track, as I'm not 100% certain that I want to be a teacher as much as I just want to work in the realm of education in maybe, like I mentioned before, a preschool director type capacity, or I'm also finding myself very interested in early intervention services, possibly an education specialist of some sort, maybe working with children with autism. So I'm just really enjoying the coursework and letting the coursework teach me so much of the theoretical background that I lacked from my undergrad, and I'm just kind of letting it guide me. and help me see where I'm really most drawn to. And that's been my goal in doing this, is just really kind of letting my mind expand and see where I'm really drawn. So I'm just really glad to be here and really appreciate the opportunity to get to know so many other people with so many different backgrounds. It's just amazing to me when I hear about the different majors people had and the different jobs that they have, and it's just really encouraging. And so far, it's been an amazing experience. And I thank you so much, and I look forward to getting to meet all of you soon. Bye.